The shadow of regret. Have you ever promised something and then forgotten it? Clara was a young woman who loved to make promises. She promised her friends she would help them. She promised her family she would visit. She promised herself she would follow her dreams. At first, she kept all her promises. She felt proud and happy. But soon, life became busy. Meetings at work, errands to run, small worries at home. One by one, her promises were forgotten. She missed a friend's birthday. She forgot to call her brother. She skipped her own plans and dreams. Clara didn't notice at first, but a small feeling of guilt grew inside her. One evening, her grandmother called her to the living room. She held a small, empty jar in her hands. "Clara," she said, "I want you to try something. Every time you break a promise, put a small stone in this jar. Every time you keep a promise, remove one." Clara agreed, thinking it would be easy. How hard can it be? She thought. The next day, she forgot to call her best friend. One small stone went into the jar. The day after, she promised to help her brother with a project, but she got distracted. Another stone went in, and the next day, she forgot her own promise to exercise. The jar was getting heavier. Clara felt the weight in her hands. And in her heart, guilt, disappointment, onease. Each stone reminded her of a broken promise. She realized that promises are not just words. They are trust, hope, and care for the people around us. Determined to change, Clara began to focus. She planned her days carefully. She called her friends, helped her family, and kept her personal goals. Slowly, she removed the stones from the jar. But even when the jar was empty, it was not perfect. There were scratches, small cracks, signs of the past. Her grandmother smiled and said, "Clara, the jar will never be perfect. Some marks remain, just like in life, but every promise you keep now builds trust and strength." Clara understood the lesson deeply. Broken promises leave marks, but honesty, consistency, and effort can rebuild trust. She felt proud and more careful with her words. From that day, she tried to keep every promise she made. Broken promises leave marks, but consistency and honesty can rebuild trust. What promise will you keep today? Write it in the comments.